Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. You get women, but not the ones you want. You know what, in my book Nice Guys and Players, when it first came out, I said it was for the nice guys who had trouble getting women, but also said it was for the players who could get every woman they wanted, except the one they actually wanted, which was the weirdest thing. Imagine you got women throwing it at you. They tossing it at you. Like that old Eddie Murphy joke. You just be walking along and they tossing the booty at you. They shoot. Somebody step on it. He be like, yeah, that's my pussy right there. Get your foot off. Right, you getting it. Like women shoot. Women blowing up your text. But then there's that one woman that you really want. And you ain't getting her. And there's another thing with that too. Say you a dude, you getting plenty of women. Shoot, you the man. Your dance card is full. But the women rating about a 5 on the infamous scale, or as I would use on the Rom scale, they decent. They decent women, but they not hotties and they not stars. But your ass wants at least a hottie. You want at least a hottie. Like you mastered the game, man. I was like, you mastered getting what you do get. Shoot, you can step to any, you can even the hotties. They just don't reciprocate. But you can step to decent women and get some play. Shoot, they doing stuff. Shoot, they giving you blowjobs in like the parking lots of malls. Which I actually saw that one time. I was getting in my car. I looked back. I saw the woman's head come up and the dude with a blissed out look on his face. I mean, you get that, but you looking up and you like, man, yeah, she alright, but the dress ain't hanging quite right. Or, sometimes you get tired of moving the stomach out the way. And, and they might have a little bit of an attitude, like, you just like, damn, is this worth it? But you still getting them, though. You still getting them. So you sitting back like, man, yeah, but I want a classier woman. All right, you got to upgrade. All right, let me give you a secret, right? First, you got to look in the mirror and say, okay, what is it about me that I'm just getting these women? Because first of all, if you getting 5s, that means the woman is looking at you like she could see you anywhere from a 3 to a 7. Real talk. Because since most women prefer to be the better looking one in the party, and, a lot of women prefer to have some type of upper hand. So you got to ask yourself, okay, this is what I'm getting. I'm getting average looking women who got slight attitudes. This ain't working. So what is it about you that attracts the women? Like one case could be, like there's a lot of nuances with the select, non-select thing, right? A whole lot of nuances. It could be a case where you're not aggressive enough. Like you kind of letting the women kind of like run stuff. And there's a lot of aggressive women out there. And a dude can like really get passed around like he's a hoe. Like the women still bossy, you still having sex a lot, but it's just like, nah, these are the type of women, they running shit. They deciding where to go on dates and you just going along. And you wondering why. So in that particular case, a dude might have to just grow up here and just say, nah, I ain't dealing with this anymore. That's one case. Another case is a guy, he might have been imprinted by like an average woman. Because remember the imprint. Remember, it's a mental thing. Those beautiful women ignored him. Or didn't give him any play. Or he might have been too scared to talk to him. Yeah, but that average looking woman with the attitude, they were very receptive and stuff. So he just say, yeah, I'm just going to go with that. But he ain't happy with it. In fact, reason I'm talking about this, a lot of guys can get women. They just wanted to get better women, which I don't blame. So first, you got to ask yourself, why are you dealing with these women? What is it about you that these women like? These bossy women, these unattractive women, the ones with attitudes. And it's definitely something that, it's definitely something you want to do because, well, some of y'all taking notes for this video. Y'all like, damn, Rom, that's my situation. You wouldn't be doing that if you were getting the women you like. Like if you were getting a 5 and you were cool with it, if she got a slight attitude, she said, well, she's just a little saucy. They would you'd be like, man, that's it. I don't need to listen. But if you ain't liking it, well, It's just like, okay, first look at yourself. What is it about you? And then you say, okay, you want to upgrade. Well, first, you need to start upgrading yourself. You need to start upgrading yourself. Now, the other day I talked about, you still got to talk to women. But I say there's a difference between talking to a woman and hollering at a woman. See, when you're talking to a woman, that's just a regular conversation. When you're hollering, you're trying to get some. So if you noticing that as you are now, you ain't getting any play from the type of women you want, well, you need to maybe change some stuff. Now, one of the first places that start is in your head. You got to change that male imprint. You got to go back and just say, well, wait a minute, why am I dealing with this woman? Oh, they the ones giving me play. But was it so much, did all the real fine ones reject you? Or did I not talk to them? Figure out what you did in the process. Maybe you weren't cool enough. Maybe you could have got with them if you talked to them. You figure it out and take ownership of it. Just take ownership of it anyway, even if they did something. Say, you know what, I could have tried again, or I could have learned some game then, or I could have talked. I could have did something. You take ownership of it. Then you got to go out there, and the only way you're going to reset that imprint, only way you're going to reset is just go out there and just start hollering at very attractive women. That's one. Then you doing that while you upgrading yourself. So you're going to hit the gym. You're going to deal with any personality issues to get your style up. And then while you working on it, one thing here's a little trick. You want better women, think about something. Where are you meeting these women, the bad ones you're getting or the ones you don't want? You might have to change your locale. You going to that like low rent bar where you're meeting these women. You might have to be like, I got to change it up. Or you might be meeting them at the gym. You might have to go to a better gym, a high-end gym. And that's like really the secret to meeting women anyway. And I talked about that in a video. Go where they're at. And, you probably still get some rejections, but try to figure out, okay, why they rejecting me? Figure out what it is. If the ones like, if you ain't getting the 8s and 9s, don't automatically say, oh, I don't have any money. It could be anything. They might think you look good, but they don't feel like you're a part of that subculture. They might think you look good, but you're not worshiping God the same way they worship. Or it could be, shoot. It could be they just ain't feeling something about you. Well, work on changing that. Transform. There's one thing, and this is more of a serious player problem. Some women just don't want to be a part of a harem. Now, at that point, and this is more going back to not getting the one that you want, you got to ask yourself a question. What is it you want? Now, if you just like, I can't give up this harem. Boom, okay. You got to let that one go. But if you saying, well, I got a harem, but I don't really like what I have in it, well, you might have to let that go because it ain't doing you any good. They can be holding you back because that's something that holds many men back. They'll get that woman with the steady sex and they don't try to upgrade because it's easy, it's convenient. Trust me, I've been there. You get that one woman, regardless how she look halfway decent, at least the hole is tight enough. Shoot, you be hanging in there. But you got to ask yourself, if this ain't what I want, why not upgrade myself? Why not I just make an effort to get better? Just make an effort. Trust me, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. And that's something to think about. Because like I said, I think most of the dudes that follow me can get play. You just want better quality. Or, you might just want that one. And that's cool. And, as I've been saying, putting out there, it's like that's where I'm going with all of this. We ain't gonna stick with that whole how to just walk up to a woman and talk to her. Let's really deal with some management issues so you get them. So you just gotta change some stuff about yourself, change your mindset. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.